2 jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino. Extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup Playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
What a wonderful day!
Welcome to Temple Strength and Sport Performance, where we empower you to reach new heights in strength, speed, and athletic performance. Temple is here to support you every step of the way. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned athlete, Join him in Jefferson Hills, Pennsylvania, and discover the difference. For more information, call 412-527-1755. Start your journey with us today.
Stevenson did get a shot on goal, but it was a right pad save by Hastings. Here comes a chance and a counter and a goal! John
One shot.
And their teammate almost back clear.
There it is.
There it
is, Bob.
The jinx. Bowser, a lacrosse type goal.
One shot.
And their teammate almost back clear.
There it is.
There it is, Bob. The jinx. Bowser, a lacrosse.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
It's a hockey night in Pittsburgh. Tonight from the Ice Castle Arena in Castle Shannon, Pennsylvania, the South Fayette Lions visit the Upper St. Clair Panthers. The Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League presents the push for the 2025 Penguins Cup playoffs on PIHL Hockey Night Live right here on TenbandTV, presented by Iron Bridge. Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Matt Popchock, coming to you from the trackside rink here in the South Hills of Greater Pittsburgh, where the Lions are wrapping up their 2024-2025 regular campaign tonight. The Upper St. Clair Panthers have one more home game to go. After this one, that'll be this approaching Thursday against NA before their regular season concludes. Upper St. Clair coming off back-to-back victories. Their most recent one last Monday at the Alpha Complex over Pittsburgh Central Catholic clinched them officially a spot in the 2025 Penguins Cup playoffs. The South Fayette Lions, that's what they're trying to accomplish tonight. South Fayette needs a win in regulation tonight over the Panthers to officially clinch a Class 3A playoff berth, or they need to count on a Franklin Regional loss tonight against Bethel Park, or a Franklin Regional loss this approaching Thursday at Pine Richland in order to punch their ticket to the postseason. South Fayette had been mired in a 5-game skid recently, but last week were able to finally stop the bleeding with a 4-3 victory over Bethel Park that eliminated the Blackhawks from the playoff race. The big story for South Fayette is number 8, Owen Chiapetta, 22 assists to lead AAA, 31 points to lead AAA. The team's leading goal scorer, however, is number 43, their sophomore sensation, Nate Keller, warming up in the mix off to our left. Keller with 13 goals on the regular season coming into Monday. He scored twice in the team's last meeting on Halloween night, in which the Lions led 3-1, but saw Upper St. Clair rally to defeat the Lions in overtime with exactly 1 minute left in the sudden victory period at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Keller has goals in 3 straight and points in 17 straight league games entering the final week of regular season play. And the Panthers won that game despite not having their 2-star seniors at the time, Dylan Yealy, number 17, and Eli Rankin, number 31. And you think they missed Eli Rankin much in particular? Well, Rankin, all it took for him was 12 regular season games to lead the team in goals coming into tonight's penultimate regular season contest. Rankin with 9 of those in his truncated season. He's been in and out of the lineup all year, as has Yealy. Rankin is riding a 5-game goal streak for the Panthers coming into week 22, including 3 of the 4 total power play goals he has scored this season in that span. And getting the power play going is going to be big for the Panthers as they enter the postseason. They were lethal on special teams in the preseason. In the regular season, next to last in Class AAA on the man advantage, with Yealy and Rankin being in and out of the lineup so often, it really disrupted team chemistry. The goaltending matchup for tonight likely to be Owen Laurent, the erstwhile PIHL All-Star, and Upper St. Clair Jr. in the cage. He's played the majority of the minutes for head coach Dave Stock this season. Stock in his 4th year in charge of the varsity team. Matt Schwartz coaches the South Fayette Lions. He is coaching them for the 6th year in a row, assisted by former PIHL star and longtime teammate and friend Christian Hansen. And Schwartz is going to go with either Jackson Ankrum, the sophomore, who took the loss in OT the last time these teams met, or the senior, Andrew Carson. In just a couple of moments, we got a cat fight here at the Ice Castle. The Lions and the Panthers in PIHL Class 3A. A couple of South Hills teams trying to decide their soon-to-be-decided fate. Upper St. Clair in the playoffs already. They can finish as high as 3rd, as low as 7th, pending forthcoming results, including this one. South Fayette is in with a win. We'll see what happens in just a bit. Both teams have broken up their pregame powwows. South Fayette's played in so many tight games this season, and the last meeting between these clubs obviously was no different. South Fayette at one point had played 10 of 11 games, a big chunk of games that were decided by only one goal. And on top of that, a couple of games, that ended in empty netters. So essentially those two were decided by one goal. Anything you can do to condition yourself for playoff hockey, coaches will value that at this time of year. South Fayette just trying to get a little momentum going and formally punch their ticket to the postseason and not have other teams have to decide it for them. Upper St. Clair trying to close their regular season out on a high note as well, knowing that they will qualify for the playoffs regardless. Upper St. Clair looking to win their 3rd consecutive game here tonight and looking to win at home after dropping their previous 3 home contests. And once again, the Panthers can conceivably, with help, finish as high as 3rd, so home ice advantage still not necessarily out of the question for the home team. Chiapetta against the exciting underclassman Jackson Rose, and the Lions win the opening faceoff, and they will move the puck from left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device to begin the game. Mason Imler beyond the reach of Chiapetta. Eli Petter, the South Fayette captain, trying to play it at center. Coming the other way is Rankin. Rankin wide of goal, and the starting netminder Jackson Ankrum watches that puck played to his left. Hudson Venom trying to get it back to center, kept inside the zone by Jacob Tear. The junior puts it on goal, and from close range, Rankin rifles it out of play. Ankrum 7-5 on the season and over 600 minutes played. 314 goals against, 883 save percentage. Finished with 18 stops the last time these teams met back on Halloween night. Right off the draw, it's blockered away by Ankrum. That floating shot by Rose hit something on its way in. Mikhail Lobanov trying to reel it in at center. He's bumped off the puck by Justin Schuster. Santino Vizio up ahead to Keller. Keller over the attacking line, near side for Lobanov. Lobanov for D'Alessandro. Trevor D'Alessandro toward goal, and that save is made by Owen Laurent. Called into action for the first time tonight. Laurent 9-8 on the year and 870 minutes played entering Monday. Top 5 in AAA goaltenders and save percentage at .904. 1 shutout on the year to his credit. Goals against average of .258, which also puts him in the top 5. Drew Lesak, alternate captain, playing that puck in the corner up the near boards. Ian Tobin up to center for Nico Gallardini. Gallardini off a defensive stick, that of Dylan Mock. Keller works it free along the far boards. Lead pass to D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro a step on Schuster, but a good stick there by Schuster. Lesak behind the net. Lesak, 2 years ago, winner of the team's Ryan Malone Award for Most Improved Player during the preceding season. Turnaround pass, side of the net. Gallardini had his stick lifted at the last moment by Keller. Bovalino unable to take the 2-line pass. It's corralled by Quinn Caslin, sent near side from Amir Al-Salini, pardon me. Al-Salani intercepts that outlet attempt. Al-Salani over the line, and that's snared out of the air by Ankrum. And he'll freeze it for a face-off. 2 minutes into a scoreless game, another puck about to be dropped in South Fayette ice. Ryan Bonomo, who had a goal and assist the last time these teams met, controls it. Ankrum makes the initial save, and the rebound floats to the side of the net. Cleared up the boards by Petter. Schultz and Featherstone, the USA Hockey officials on duty for game number 1. And they watch the proceedings play out inside the South Fayette blue line. Taken over at center by Adam McFeely. McFeely sends it over the attacking line. Eli Petter reels it in defensively for the Lions. Petter up the near boards to Rocco Bovalino. Mason Vidak tied up in front of the visitors' bench. Al-Salani near side for Bonomo. Bonomo, for a good portion of the first half of the season, led the Panthers in points when Yealy and Rankin were out of the lineup so often. Mucho to the near side. To the circle for Luke Fisher. Fisher, the OT hero the last time these teams met, scoring 2 minutes into the extra period. Jacob Terr reversing the play to his defensive partner Mucho. And the alternate captain plays it back to the opposite corner now. Out to center beyond the reach of Nate Snyder, the varsity newcomer. No icing, officials say. Chiappetta slides it up to Venom. Hudson Venom knocked down at center by Fisher. Aiden Tobin getting this puck deep for USC. Santino Vizio up to Mason Imler. Lead pass to Chiappetta. Chiappetta from an awkward position just slaps that puck into the corner. Vizio down low, taken away by Jacob Terr of Upper St. Clair. Mucho near side for Rankin. Rankin, the Panther captain, up the left wing. Rankin from the top of the circle, just missing underneath the bar behind Ankrum. Puck into the visitors' bench, and we get a stoppage 4 minutes in. Clean face-off win by the Lions. Petter trying to get it up to Jackson Stilley. Schuster with it near side for USC into the South Fayette zone. Retreating is Nevin Sheegan. Sheegan cross ice off the stick of Jacob Lilia. Dylan Mock backpedaling to Petter. Petter just in the nick of time back to center. Brody File over the line. File surveying the plays. Double team, sends it to the opposite corner. Stilley giving chase. Dan Hudson tied up immediately by Lilia. Stilley in the thick of that puck battle for South Fayette as well. Upper St. Clair wins the battle. Jackson Rose up to center for Rankin. Eli Rankin up the left wing. Trying to get around the other captain, Eli Petter. Schuster above the circle. That shot is off a South Fayette skate, and the rebound is put off Ankrum. Good keep there by Schuster. His backhand attempt is blocked by Hudson. Lilia settles it down. Dropping to Schuster. Schuster on goal. Knocked aside by Ankrum. Stilley up to center for the Lions. South Fayette changing on the fly in a scoreless game. Early first period. Schuster surveying the play. That pass almost picked off by D'Alessandro. Randall Fisher gaining the red line for South Fayette and dumping it in. Luca Romanelli up to Keller. Into the zone it comes for Schuster. Mikhail Lobanov plays it back to Fisher defensively. Fisher and Luca Romanelli paired out here for Matt Schwartz. Schuster at center takes it over for the Panthers, dumps it in, and Dave Stock will make a line change at the USC bench. Quinn Caslin coming on to replace Schuster as the Lions play this puck back to center, right to Caslin. Caslin with a dump in, and Fisher has to go fetch. D'Alessandro up the right wing. Flicks it into USC territory. Caslin deep behind his own net. Caslin under pressure from D'Alessandro and Lobanov. Panthers gradually work it up to center ice. Drew Lesak, 1 against 3. Lesak makes his move. Lesak dispossessed at the last moment by Snyder. Alsolani trying to force his way inside the offensive zone. He can't. Quinn Caslin sends it into Lions ice. Both teams making changes on the go. Lead pass to Bovalino. Good stick there by Owen Mucho to get it up to Bonomo. Snyder cross ice to Petter. Petter dispossessed at center by Lesak. Drew Lesak with a little pump fake, but lost the puck. Petter. Murphy dumping this puck underneath the stick of Dylan Yealy. No icing, officials say. Yealy from his own corner. Looking for an avenue, finds Jacob Tear. Mucho, Tear's defensive partner. Too far for McFeely. Petter takes it the other way for the Lions. He has a trailer in Videk. Petter going all the way in behind the net to play this puck for the Lions. It's poked back to center by McFeely. Under 10 to go in a scoreless first period here at the Ice Castle. Upper St. Clair, officially a Penguins Cup playoff participant, regardless of this outcome. South Fayette playing a win-and-in game here in enemy territory to close out their regular campaign. Chiappetta from left point. Down low to Venom. Pass beyond the reach of D'Alessandro. Dylan Mock gets on his horse. And Yealy tries to take him off the puck. Lions fans want a call, none forthcoming. Picked off by Aiden Tobin. Delayed offside situation. Allows South Fayette to regain possession. Up to center for Venom. Venom 1 against 3. Good stick there by Jackson Gostick. Chiappetta behind the net for Venom. Venom out in front. Chiappetta couldn't ram it in. As we approach the midpoint of this scoreless first period, D'Alessandro goes in after the dump in for Venom. Venom's turnaround shot denied by Laurent. Chiappetta with the rebound in the corner to D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro's shot partially blocked. The Panthers exhaust the area. Romanelli sends it back in. South Fayette changing behind the play. D'Alessandro with his puck one more time. D'Alessandro behind the net. Up top for Petter. Petter's one-timer just wide and cleared immediately by Schuster. The USC sophomore not standing on ceremony there as Romanelli outlets it for Hudson. Rankin at center, tied up. Hudson gets the puck inside the St. Clair zone. Rankin from center red sends it to the corner in South Fayette ice. Petter the first one on it for the Lions. Petter up the boards, kept inside the zone. That shot by Nevin Sheegan hits something on its way to the corner. Jackson Stilley stripped of the puck by Lilia. Lilia, cross ice for Sheegan. Sheegan to the corner. Romanelli trying to reach around Sheegan. Sheegan reversing the play effectively to Rose. Rose trying to go out in front, and Ankrum had to read the bounce. And he's got it for a faceoff. Both coaches getting some fresh personnel out here before the face-off in South Fayette territory. Cleanly won by the Panthers. Alsolani above the left circle. Alsolani off balance toward goal, just wide of Ankrum. Swiping at the rebound, Gallardini, no such luck. Lead pass now to Chiappetta. Chiappetta on the off wing. Centering pass, that's cut out by Laurent. Gallardini leads the rush for the Panthers. Trying to lead it on to Ian Tobin. Tobin, first one to this puck in the corner. Gallardini from behind the goal line. Overtaken by Chiappetta. Chiappetta to fellow PIHL All-Star Trevor D'Alessandro. Near side D'Alessandro comes over the line. Nate Keller is the trailer. Keller fires, save made. Rebound is overskated by Petter. He had a yawning net to shoot at. Some big-time puck luck there for the Panthers. Laurent the save. Laurent stopped the follow-up. Petter has this puck for South Fayette to Vizio. Vizio cross ice. Petter wants it back. Boy, does he ever want to redeem himself. Petter tied up behind the net by Al-Salani, and the Panthers clear it vis-a-vis Gallardini. It will not be icing with 6 to go in the period. Christian Hansen, the assistant coach for South Fayette, wants to know why. Chiappetta, just shy of the blue line, sends it in. And he'll come off here with time ticking away in period 1. Best chance of the game right there for either team a moment ago. Petter just couldn't finish what his teammates started. Yealy under pressure from Vidak. Mucho hit as he released that puck. Bovalino lost it. Vidak unable to keep it inside the line. McFeely surrounded by green shirts at center. Dylan Mock now under duress. Back to the neutral zone where it's taken over by Yealy. Dylan Yealy skating up the left wing. Yealy chased by Snyder behind the South Fayette cage. Braden Rygard up to Vidak. That pass off Vidak's stick and right to Owen Mucho. Mucho in turn turns it over to Dylan Mock. Bonomo with the dump in. Neither Yealy or Lilia, could get to that puck on time. Mucho, with under 5 left in the period, dumps it in. Lions going to ice this puck with 4.5 to go. And Matt Schwartz will get a fresh line out there for the own zone draw. Rose off the face-off toward goal, knocked aside immediately by Ankrum. Caslin keeps it in at the right point. Lilia behind the net out in front. Rose's one-timer off the knob of Ankrum's stick, I believe, and it floats in! OLB cow kicked. Eli Rankin found a way to put that puck behind Ankrum, and the Panthers take the 1-0 lead. 4:16 remaining in the first period. The captain makes it happen again for USC and make it a 6-game goal streak for Eli Rankin, his 10th of the year. A hard hit there off the ensuing faceoff. Ian Tobin getting the worst of that one from Luca Romanelli. Up to center it'll come. Drew Lisak. And the Panthers dump it in. Romanelli turning it over to Gallardini for a hot minute. But Petter regains possession for South Fayette. Up to D'Alessandro. Imler just barely onside with Chiappetta as the Lions send that puck in behind the Panthers' cage. Gallardini with it now for St. Clair up the right wing side. Upper St. Clair leading 1-0. Eli Rankin the goal scorer. Lisak lost possession. Shot from distance. Ankrum there with a glove. Rygard up to center after the South Fayette face-off win. Jacob Terre retreating in front of his goaltender, Owen Laurent. Turnaround play by Mason Vidak to get the puck deep for the Lions. Mucho for the Panthers around the near boards for Aiden Tobin. Rygard trying to cause chaos in the corner for South Fayette. And he gains possession for Bovalino. Vizio to Bovalino. Bovalino from the circle. That shot blocked. Loose between the circles. The Panthers play it up to center for Tobin. Luke Fisher in behind the South Fayette goal. Fisher takes it over at the blue line, down low to Gostick. Gostick out in front. Score! Just one look is all it took for Jackson Gostick, and the Panthers lead 2-0. 2:39 remaining first period. Action Jackson's 5th of the season, and the Panthers double their lead late in the first. D'Alessandro looking for a response goal for South Fayette. Fan on that attempted shot. Alsolani, Murphy dumping this puck. Deep into Lions ice. Jackson Rose firing off Petter. D'Alessandro at center. Alsolani to the corner for Rankin. Defensively turned it over to the Lions. Lobanov around the boards. Petter cuts it off at the half wall. Petter near side. Up top to Snyder. Penalty coming up on the Panthers. Snyder's shot is stopped. Alsolani touches up. And so the Lions, looking for a lifeline, are about to go to the Penny power play for the first time tonight. Penny is Pennsylvania's official healthcare marketplace. Visit Penny, PENNIE.com today to see if you qualify for enrollment. Follow them on social media at PennyPA. The number 2 ranked power play against the number 1 ranked penalty kill. South Fayette, 31.2% on the PP. Upper St. Clair, 87.5% on the PK entering Monday. Lions win the face-off. Petter through a crowd. Score! Petter, let's get at her! The Lions immediately strike on the Penny power play to make it a 2-1 game. 1:50 to go, first period. Eli Petter's 2nd goal of the season, and for the South Fayette captain, his 7th point on the power play. Point number 14 for Petter overall on the season, and South Fayette cuts the deficit in half. Near side Schuster. Schuster up to center for Lisek. Petter lost that at his feet for a moment. It comes up to Venom now. Venom surrounded by white jerseys at center, gets rid of it quickly. Chiappetta hustling to catch up to that puck and does to Imler. Imler right on Laurent from a bad angle. That save is made as we approach the final minute of first period play. Gallardini 1 against 3. Gallardini couldn't get around Dylan Mock, but he stays with his puck on the corner. And now the Lions try to get their transition game going. Imler to Venom. Chiappetta going to the net. Now that pass too well guarded by USC. Lisek up the right wing. Gallardini to the net with speed. That save made by Ankrum. Chiappetta off the stick of Lisek. It comes right to Imler. Imler dumps it into the USC zone. Nate Keller wasting no time getting to that puck for South Fayette. Half a minute left in the period. Jacob Tear up to center for Lisek. Lisek over the attacking line. Lisek wide of goal. Keller to the point. Mucho above the left circle. Lobanov has D'Alessandro open ahead. He goes that way. Trevor D'Alessandro to the goal. Score! Don't call my name. Don't call my name. D'Alessandro ties it for South Fayette with under 6 ticks to talk in period 1. D'Alessandro, his 11th of the year on the breakaway, and we've got a brand new hockey game. Quick icing, and it's called against the Panthers, so we'll have one more puck drop before the buzzer with 9/10 of a second showing on the main clock here at the trackside rink. Jackson Ankrum going to sit this one out, as you might guess. But nothing comes of the face-off, and that'll do it. The Panthers strike twice, but then so did the Lions. Upper St. Clair 2, South Fayette 2 after one period. Matt Popchock here for PIHL Hockey Night Live for the push for the 2025 Penguins Cup playoffs on TenbandTV, presented by Iron Bridge.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Iron Bridge was founded in 2011 to simplify interoperability in today's complex healthcare ecosystem. Their solutions have allowed over 100 organizations to harness the power of the cloud to exchange health data easily and securely. Iron Bridge makes simple healthcare integration easier, and it makes complex healthcare integration possible. Follow them on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, or visit ironbridgecorp.com for more information. The side switch has occurred, and second period action is a go from the Ice Castle. Upper St. Clair 2, South Fayette 2. The Lions trying to win their regular season finale and clinch a spot in the Penguins Cup playoffs if they do so. They fell behind 2-0. They have rallied since to tie 2-2 as the middle frame gets underway. The two number 8s tied up in the corner. Chiappetta, the alternate captain for South Fayette. Lilia, the defenseman for USC. Eli Rankin turned around by Chiappetta. Chiappetta dropping it for Santino Vizio. Vizio toward the goal. Save made. Laurent, the rebound stolen by Chiappetta. Chiappetta's turnaround shot. That went off the stick of Gostick, who had a goal in the first period for the Panthers. And USC will ice this puck early. Officially, in period 1, Rankin from Rose and Gostick from Fisher for USC. And for South Fayette, Petter on the power play from Stille and D'Alessandro from Keller and Lobanov. So that's points now in 18 consecutive PIHL games for Nate Keller, who takes this face-off in the offensive zone for South Fayette. This one belongs to Justin Schuster and the Panthers, or at least it did for a fleeting moment. South Fayette wins the puck battle and tries to steer it on goal. They can't. Ryan Bonomo through center from long range in on Ankrum, and Ankrum gets a little face full of ice for his troubles as he hangs on. Elsewhere in Class 3A, NA and Seneca Valley scoreless. Thomas Jefferson leading Mount Lebanon 1-0. Meanwhile, the Penguins Cup playoffs getting underway actually tonight in Class 1A, and we'll have one of those games for you later this evening as Shaler takes on Indiana. Loose puck, mad scramble in front of Ankrum, the net dislodged. Bonomo and McFeely were in there hacking and whacking before the whistle sounded. Face-off outside the South Fayette line, comes all the way back into the Lions zone. Petter around the boards for Bovalino. Bovalino throws it to the right wing for Vidak. It's shipped ahead by Al-Salani. Ian Tobin gets it the rest of the way for St. Clair. One-touch pass came back in a dangerous spot to Rygaard. Rygaard still able to get it up to center. Rygaard takes a hit there from Blisak near side. Osolani from behind his own net to Tobin. Drew Lesak stabbing at that puck before he's met by Fisher. And a penalty coming up on the Lions. Osolani behind the net. And now Owen Laurent finally gets the memo. He's going to come off for the extra skater. Lesak holding that puck inside the line near side, but it bounces outside the stripe. And Gallardini unable to get back on side on time, but the Upper St. Clair Panthers go to the penny power play for the first time in a 2-2 game early in the second period. And it's Bovolino who will feel shame for 2 minutes and then get free. Upper St. Clair 16.4% on the power play coming into Monday. South Fayette about middle of the pack on the penalty kills, 76.7%, good for 5th in the 11-team AAA circuit. South Fayette, for the first time in their history, nearly a quarter century playing this season as a Class 3A program. They were once a Penguins Cup finalist as a member of Class 1A. Penguins and Pennsylvania Cup champions for the first time ever 2 years ago as a member of Class 2A. Fisher trying to tie up his man behind the net. That was Sheegan. Eli Rankin in the corner. Rankin opened the scoring earlier tonight. Centers for Mucho. Mucho down low to Gallardini. Back to Mucho in the high slot area. Mucho to Gallardini. Gallardini on goal. That might have caught the post as well as Ankram's glove. And the Lions get it back to center. Mucho pursued by Keller. Outlet for Gallardini. Gallardini over the attacking line, drifting to his left. Gallardini with space. Gallardini to the goal. Save made by Ankram, and the rebound swept out of there and smashed in, or is it? No, it did not completely cross the line. Officials never pointed to the goal. The Upper St. Clair coaching staff literally up in arms just a second ago. Not for nothing, it remains a 2-2 game with 45 seconds left in the penny power play. What a stop there by Ankram. I don't even think he knows how he made that one. Rose on the half wall. To the corner for Yealy. Yealy looking for a lane. Dylan Yealy taking his time, going to Rankin. Down low to Yealy. Yealy with 20 to go in the power play for Bonomo. Bonomo on his backhand. Bonomo trying to flick it in front. He's too well covered by Petter. And Keller should be able to kill the rest of this off with Chiappetta. Keller over the line. Keller for Chiappetta. Chiappetta shoots, and a save there by Laurent on Chiappetta shorthanded. Chiappetta trying to draw a call as Lesak hits him a couple times. None forthcoming. Teams back to 5 aside. Rygaard retaliates on Lesak as it's brought over the line by Osolani. And finally, Jackson Ankram trying to restore some sanity here after a, let's just say, eventful Upper St. Clair power play. But the Lions do get the kill, and we remain tied with 12:41 till the ice cut. A pregnant pause here before the puck drop. Dave Stock getting an explanation on perhaps the no goal call from one of the referees. And Eli Petter perhaps doing some eavesdropping for his coach's own benefit. And Petter, I think, for that matter, wants to know whether there wasn't a call on the play against Chiappetta along the far boards. Both coaches are going to get a talking to before this face-off, evidently. The on-demand replay may get a couple extra hits tonight. Just put it that way. Schuster back at center. Vizio, cross ice for Romanelli. Mason Emler near side for Vizio. Vizio at center. Bumped by Gostick after he got rid of the puck. Nevin Sheegan kicks it to his own stick. Sheegan to Lilia. Sheegan to Vizio, and Emler run into by Luke Fisher at center. Again, play continues. Hudson Venom pursued by Schuster to the boards. Gostick through center, 1 against 3. Playing it to Fisher, and Fisher trying to reconnect with Gostick was offside. Drew Lesak from his knee plays that puck into South Fayette ice, winning the faceoff for the Panthers. Jacob Tear trying to keep it in. He's shoved by Jackson Stilley. Stilley from the near boards tries to dump it inside Panther territory. Back it comes now to Owen Mucho. Up to center for Tobin. File in behind the net. Tear. It comes back to Mucho. Hudson taking over on the half wall for South Fayette. Jacob Tear trying to play it one more time defensively for the Panthers. And Ian Tobin catching some friendly fire as it comes ahead to Stilley. Stilley's turnaround attempt well wide of the mark. Lions completing a line change as this outlet pass is too far for Gallardini. Petter not going to let it go for icing. He's going to reel it in himself. Up the boards to Hudson. Hudson couldn't get it back to center. Mucho off the stick of Ankrum. Lesak checked hard in the corner by Keller. Tear unable to keep it inside the line. Camped out at center, Nevin Sheegan. Up to Tear. Tear with the dump in off the glass. Snyder gets positioning on Lilia. Lilia shoves him into the glass. Schuster had it go off his skate. It's forced back to center by Keller. Keller dropping for Stilley. Stilley to the corner as he's taken for a ride by Lesak. And that's a penalty coming up on USC, as Stilley had his stick taken out of his hand by Drew Lesak. And South Fayette for the second time will go on the penny power play with 10 to go in the second period and a chance to untie this tied game. The All-Star senior going off for holding with 10:08 remaining. Keller to the boards for Petter. Near side D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro between the circles. D'Alessandro shooting just over the bar. Chiappetta has the rebound. A penny power play for South Fayette. They're 1 for 1. Chiappetta right side to Keller. Keller fires off the crossbar. Nate Keller, the team's leading goal scorer, finding metal but not mesh. Petter's attempt block. Petter again off a USC body. Keller can't smack it on goal in front. He's sent to his knees. Keller keeps possession, but Chiappetta can't keep it in the zone. A frantic sequence there. USC survives. 40 seconds off the penalty clock. Chiappetta from center red. Hit by Yealy. Dylan Yealy sends it the length of the ice. Dave Stock changing penalty killers, or trying to anyway. And what's the call here? Slashing indicated by this USA Hockey crew. And there goes the South Fayette power play. Chiappetta's going to go. A damaging loss for the Lions, obviously, losing the leading scorer in Class 3A coming into Monday for 2 minutes. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 64 more seconds. Barring further developments, then the Panthers will get an abbreviated power play. Now let's see if the open ice makes a difference. A little more room for both teams to maneuver out there. 2-2 the score. Second period here at the Ice Castle. Al-Solani spins around in his own zone, surveying the play. Al-Solani kind of toying with Hudson Venom as he brings it up to center. Al-Solani with speed, hits the brakes, looks for company, tries to go cross ice to Caslin. Caslin to the corner for Gostick. Midway through the period and the game. Lions bring it up to center for Rygaard. Rygaard over the line. Rygaard put it off Caslin, and right to Gostick it'll come. Gallardini trailing. Jackson Gostick left circle. Gostick out in front. Score! Give the governor harumph! Nico Gallardini with a 4-on-4 goal. And USC gets the lead back. It's 3-2. Gallardini's 6th of the season. A perfect pass from Gostick, and he was right on the doorstep to tap it into the open net. 15 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Then the Panthers go back on the penny power play. So the Lions have to go back to the well now. Rose shoved from behind by Petter. Rankin up to Sheegan. Sheegan to Bonomo. Bonomo dropping for Rose. Rose on goal. Panthers unable to get a deflection there. Keller clears it but not out. Bonomo above the right circle. Bonomo to Lisak. Drew Lisak chooses to take it behind the net. He'll leave it for Rankin. Half a minute left in this abbreviated USC power play. Out in front to Rankin. Rankin fires right off Ankrum. The save made again by Ankrum. The rebound cleared by Petter, but Rose with the keep in. Rose fires on Ankrum. The save is made. Ankrum doesn't have a goalie stick. Lisak winds and fires. That's blocked by Keller. And Keller might have a chance shorthanded. Keller settles it down. Keller chased by Rose. He shoots. He's stopped by Laurent. And Laurent has the rebound. Now it feels like a playoff game, that's for sure. South Fayette trying to battle back here on the road under win and in circumstances with Upper St. Clair ahead 3-2. The Lions in any event remain perfect on the PK as Chiapetta comes out of the box. Snyder with a turnover behind the net to Rankin. Rankin gave it right away to Venom. Jacob Terr at center with a dump in. Snyder for Mucho. Mucho spun off that puck by Venom. Vizio for Chiapetta. Chiapetta with speed. Up ahead to Mason Imler. Imler over the attacking line. Imler on the off wing. Fires wide of Laurent's blocker hand. Chiapetta from the half wall. Turned it over. Drew Lisak. Fresh out of the sin bin. Puts this puck to the corner inside South Fayette territory. 6:15 to the ice cut. Panthers up by a goal. Snyder. Near corner for Vizio defensively. Venom off the glass. Sheegan from his own blue line resetting with Schuster. Schuster up to center for Dylan Yealy, who deflects it in behind the Lions' cage. Gallardini to Terr. Terr out in front trying to go to Yealy. Both men too well marked. And this should be icing on South Fayette. It will be icing on South Fayette. Now, the Lions would love to have a little more zone time, I'm sure, as opposed to just trading chances with this USC squad back and forth. But for now, they have to deal with an own zone face-off to Jackson Ankrum's left. Petter around the boards for Vidak. Rygaard stabs it inside USC ice. Rygard keeps it in legally with a glove. Rygard between the circles. That shot was blocked. Bovalino couldn't feather it in. Romanelli behind the net. The muckers and grinders out there for Matt Schwartz, trying to tie this game up. And still, he took a run at somebody. Correction, Bovalino did in the corner off to our extreme left. The South Fayette students in attendance like what they see there. Lilia with the dump in. He comes off for a change. Under 5 to go till the ice cut. Petter trying to outlet for Vidak. It went off a skate and right to Olsolani. Olsolani with a dump in. Yealy couldn't get around Rygard. And Rygard's going to ice this puck for the Lions. Keller with a clean face-off win. South Fayette has done well at the dot tonight. Schuster from deep in his own zone trying to outlet it, stolen by Keller. Keller dropping for D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro down low trying to go back to Keller, but he was tied up. Keller from the half wall to the point from Dylan Mock. Toward goal it comes. And Schuster will send it off the boards, and it ricochets up ahead to Jackson Gostick. Bonomo, through a crowd, dumps it into the corner. Mock hit from behind as he tried to play it for the Lions. Lobanov knocks his man off the puck. That's Bonomo in the corner for St. Clair. Bonomo has it now for the Panthers. Side of the net, Gostick. Gostick out in front. Bonomo couldn't take it. Schuster winds and fires. It's blocked. Keller up to Lobanov. D'Alessandro trailing the play. He has it. D'Alessandro on the off wing. D'Alessandro to goal. Lost it at the last moment. Outlet pass to Gostick. Gostick pressured by Lobanov. Jackson Gostick inside the line. Around the stick of Petter. Dylan Mock stays with him and dislodges that puck. Jacob Tear up to Gallardini, who has the go-ahead goal. 4-on-4 in this second period for the Panthers. Petter through center. Mucho letting it go, trying to dummy an icing call there. Nothing doing. Imler on the half wall for South Fayette to the corner for Keller. Mason Imler looking for room to maneuver. Not much to be had out there. Imler triple team now along the boards as South Fayette completes its change behind the play. Out in front, Imler trying to steer it to his backhand. He couldn't. Cross ice, it comes to Petter. Petter to the corner for Chiappetta. Chiappetta to Venom. Out in front, it's intercepted by the Panthers. Ian Tobin in the right place at the right time. And here comes Gallardini. Gallardini taken out of the play by Mock. And Dave Stock on the USC bench wanted a penalty there, but we play on. Imler tries to follow the bouncing puck. Gallardini up ahead for Tobin. Tobin trying to go cross ice to Lisak. It's broken up. Final 2 minutes of period 2. It's 3-2 in favor of the USC Panthers. Lead pass now to Lisak. Lisak behind the defense to the goal. Wide of Ankrum. Lisak taken down behind the net. Hudson Venom with it for South Fayette. Venom to Chiappetta. Chiappetta to the goal. Shoots! Oh, what a save there by Laurent. And a penalty coming up here with 1:47 left in the period. Another slashing call was made. And this time, Olsolani is the guilty party for the Panthers. South Fayette, 1 of 2 on the penny power play tonight. Chance number 3 for one of the more efficient power plays in Class 3A this season. D'Alessandro won the faceoff but turned it over to Rankin. Here comes Rankin shorthanded. Rankin around a man to the goal, covered by Ankrum. And Ankrum held it just enough for a whistle. Keller to the corner. Behind the net, it'll come to Chiappetta. Eli Petter. South Fayette on the penny power play. Outlet pass for Chiappetta. Chiappetta has Stilley going to the net. Keeps it himself. Chiappetta to Petter. Petter mishandled that pass. Goes near side for D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro trying to center it. Gets it back. D'Alessandro in front. It's still loose and cleared. Sheegan and Schuster doing the yeoman's work for the Panthers here on the penalty kill as we hit the final minute of second period play. And a steal behind the net there by Yealy. Up it comes now to D'Alessandro, dropping for Keller. Keller fires. Score! Psycho Keller! Kiskasay! 3-3 South Fayette. The Lions tie it up with their second power play goal of the night, and it's their leading scorer, Nate Keller, with his 14th of the season. $14 goals, 4 on the power play now for Nate Keller. One of the top rookie scorers in the PIHL last season as a member of Class 2A. And now one off the goal scoring lead unofficially in Class 3A as that puck goes out of play and the clock finally comes to a stop here just shy of the half-minute mark. From the corner, Petter dumps it back to center. Played with a legal stick by Sheegan. Thought we might get a high stick call there, but the point is moot. Bonomo for Gostick. Leaves it go to Schuster. Schuster through a crowd, and that handcuffed Ankrum, but he held on. The in-crowd starting to gather behind the net off to our right. Shaler and Indiana, the 3 seed and the 6 seed in their respective divisions in PIHL Class A, getting ready for their Penguins Cup playoff round 1 nightcap later tonight, 9 p.m. thereabouts, right here on TenbandTV. Eli Petter, closing moments of period 2. Fan on the attempted shot. Centering pass for Keller is broken up by Lisak. One last chance, Chiappetta fires wide, and we will cut the ice here at the trackside rink in Castle Shannon's Ice Castle. Nothing decided yet. 3-3 entering period 3. The Upper St. Clair Panthers and South Fayette Lions. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live, the push for the 2025 Penguins Cup playoffs on TenbandTV, presented by Iron Bridge.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
St. Clair, Mucho near side for Rankin. Rankin, the Panther captain, up the left wing. Rankin from the top of the circle, just missing underneath the bar. Near side, D'Alessandro comes over the line. Nate Keller is the trailer. Keller fires, save made. Rebound is overskated by Petter. He had a yawning net to shoot at. Lilia behind the net out in front. Rose's one-timer off the knob of Ankrum's stick, I believe, and it floats in. OLB cow kick. Fisher takes it over at the blue line, down low to Gostick. Gostick out in front. Score! Lions win the face-off. Petter through a crowd. Score! Petter, let's get at her! Above the left circle. Lobanov has D'Alessandro open ahead. He goes that way. Trevor D'Alessandro to the goal. Score! Over the attacking line, drifting to his left. Gallardini with space. Gallardini to the goal. Save made by Ankrum, with the rebound swept out of there and smashed in, or is it? No, it did not completely cross the line. For Petter. Near side D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro between the circles. D'Alessandro shooting just over the bar. Chiappetta has the rebound. And right to Gostick it'll come. Gallardini trailing. Jackson Gostick left circle. Gostick out in front. Score! And Keller might have a chance shorthanded. Keller settles it down. Keller chased by Rose. He shoots. He's stopped by Laurent. And Laurent has the rebound. 3-2 in favor of the USC Panthers. Lead pass now to Lisak. Lisak behind the defense to the goal. Wide of Ankrum. Lisak Venom with it for South Fayette. Venom to Chiappetta. Chiappetta to the goal. Shoots. Oh, what a save there by Laurent. And a penalty coming up here with 1:40 by Gili. Up it comes now to D'Alessandro, dropping for Keller. Keller fires. Score! Psych!
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Cross ice. And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie! Welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship Show, the Penguins Cup Playoff Show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show.
Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. You utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
What a wonderful day!
Welcome to Temple Strength and Sport Performance, where we empower you to reach new heights in strength, speed, and athletic performance. Temple is here to support you every step of the way. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned athlete, join him in Jefferson Hills, Pennsylvania, and discover the difference. For more information, call 412-527-1755. Start your journey with us today.
Stevenson did get a shot on goal, but it was a right pad save by Hastings. Here comes a chance and a counter, and a goal! John
One shot.
And their teammate almost back clear.
And there it is.
There it is, Bob. The jinx. Bowser, a lacrosse-type goal.
One shot.
And their teammate almost back clear.
And there it is.
There it is, Bob. The jinx. Bowser, a lacrosse-type goal.
It doesn't happen at the college level. If you can't play 5-on-5 hockey, you're going to be in trouble. So that's what I'm looking for.
You're kind of evaluating, does this...
Absolutely, because that's the hardest thing to teach kids. If we get them at the college level, if they don't already have some of that high IQ built in, it's very difficult to teach that. So sometimes people look at my roster and see that there are a fair number of players from the Pittsburgh area on my rosters, all my teams, even my D1 team. And people go, well, that's...
And he does. They got on Ziegler, not so he made a save. Got it in front. Zatoski's doing it loose, and it's tapped in. And the Avonworth players, there early in this third period. No ice cuts normally in the regular season. We'd get an ice cut between periods 2 and 3. We got a goal and a 3-1 lead. That's the Mitch Timsick from Richland. He dropped pass and a trailer and a glove save. Zagorski, the defense, trailing and a better
in there too, so you can't just assume that they're going to get that 2-on-0. Oh!
In front score, Switalski. Brandon Switalski, the West Allegheny senior.
Two jumbo ice caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino. Extra caramel.
That's us. I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Cross ice, and it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup Playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Iron Bridge was founded in 2011 to simplify interoperability in today's complex healthcare ecosystem. Their solutions have allowed over 100 organizations to harness the power of the cloud to exchange health data easily and securely. Iron Bridge makes simple healthcare integration easier, and it makes complex healthcare integration possible. Follow them on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, or visit ironbridgecorp.com for more information. Now, somebody better call Arnold Slick from Turtle Creek, tell him to get to a computer or a TV. It's been a good one here at the Ice Castle, and nothing is decided just yet. Upper St. Clair Panthers 3, South Fayette Lions 3. Upper St. Clair Penguins Cup playoff bound once again. The South Fayette Lions, newcomers to Class 3A this season, needing a regulation win to cement their playoff spot. Coming in at tonight, Upper St. Clair 8-1-1, good for 27 points and 5th place in Class 3A. South Fayette 6-9-3-1 with 25 points, good for 7th place, in Class 3A. And two pretty evenly matched teams, as we were discussing during the break, and sure enough, the scoreboard reflecting that to this point. Upper St. Clair outshooting South Fayette through 2 periods, 23-17, but where it counts, Nico Gallardini put the Panthers ahead 3-2 from Gostick and Terre in period 2. And in the final minute of second period play, Nate Keller extending his goal streak to 4 games with a PPG from D'Alessandro and Chiappetta. Point number 32 on the year for Owen Chiappetta to extend his Class AAA scoring lead. Chiappetta, the leading assist man also in Class 3A with 23 of those overall. He won the Class 2A assist title, if you will, last season with 38. Panthers win the draw. Third period action on the freshly cut ice at the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon is underway, and it begins with a delayed offside on the home team. That allows Eli Petter to play this puck up to center. Jacob Lilia sends it back inside the South Fayette line. And this will be icing on the Lions. Matt Popchock with you for continuing coverage of the push for the 2025 Penguins Cup playoffs on PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented tonight by Iron Bridge. Coming up at 9 o'clock, the Penguins Cup playoffs begin on TenbandTV in Class 1A, a first-round game between the Shaler Titans and the Indiana Little Indians. Out in front, it's played off a stick, that of Jackson Rose. Good keep at center point by Sheegan. Santino Vizio behind the net. Jackson Ankrum, the South Fayette goaltender, looking to his left, watching that puck played up to the point. And it's turned over to Rose. Rose poke checked immediately by Petter. Petter, like the sweeper out there on a soccer team, the literal last line of defense before Ankrum, and he made the play. Good move there by Lobanov. Lobanov scoring! From Russia with love, Mikhail Lobanov gives South Fayette a 4-3 lead, exactly 1 minute into period 3. Lobanov hadn't scored since Halloween, the last time these teams met, his third of the season, and it might be the biggest of the year for the Lions if they can make it stand up. Gallardini brings it to his forehand. Nico Gallardini from an angle. Ankrum had to be ready at the far post. Dylan Mock behind the net. Mock near side to Brody File. File over the attacking line, dispossessed by Caslin. Bovalino giving chase for the Lions. Caslin gets it back for USC. Up the near boards to Ian Tobin. Tobin plays it off Lisak back to center for Gallardini, who's met immediately by Petter. South Fayette brings it inside the Upper St. Clair zone. Panthers completing a change as Rygaard comes up with a steal. Panthers ice this puck early in period 3. Junior Mikhail Lobanov, his second season of varsity hockey under Matt Schwartz, with the go-ahead goal for South Fayette. The Lions officially clinch a playoff spot if they win in regulation here tonight in their regular season finale. Upper St. Clair has one more home game left this approaching Thursday against North Allegheny, a game that could decide positioning for both teams as Healy is robbed by Ankrum. Yealy, the co-leader on the team in points with 14. That close to an equalizer for the Panthers. Mucho off the face-off win for USC to the corner. Bonomo fighting for possession with Chiappetta. Lions control this puck. Venom up to Imler. Imler 1 against 2. Dumps it to the corner. Mucho has positioning on Imler, the South Fayette forward. And now Yealy will take it over in his own end. Yealy greeted by Chiappetta on the half boards. Chiappetta messing with Jacob Tear's mojo as that puck goes out of play into the home bench. Clean face-off win by the Lions, who continue to acquit themselves well in that category. D'Alessandro with a pop fly on Laurent. Laurent couldn't control it, and the Lions nearly rammed it in. Dylan Mock up to Keller. Tobin off of D'Alessandro. Sheegan unable to clear. Good keep by Lobanov. South Fayette with a little momentum here after taking the lead. Lions with their first lead of this hockey game with 13:40 left in regulation. Lisak with a yard sale at the South Fayette line. Dylan Mock pushes and shoves him. D'Alessandro poke checked by Gallardini. D'Alessandro over the attacking line. D'Alessandro from the left circle, out of play. Chiappetta against Gostick to the corner and up to the South Fayette bench. Petter waiting to play that puck for the Lions. Caslin for Fisher. Fisher sending it near side for Aiden Tobin. Romanelli the first one to it. Turned it over to Gostick. Gostick back to Al-Salani. Al-Salani propels it on Ankrum, and it's off the goaltender's shoulder. Stilley from the far side. Met by Gostick. Backing up the play is Chiappetta. Chiappetta through the left circle. Chiappetta strikes iron. Romanelli on the rebound. Sends it around the boards. Fisher anticipating for the Panthers. Outletting for Aiden Tobin. That went off his stick. Dave Stock calling for a line change. Vidak turning it over to Rankin. Rankin too strong for Mucho. Bovalino up to center. Jackson Rose now in stride for the Panthers. Romanelli behind his own net, reversing the play to Petter. Petter trying to use the boards to his advantage and does to get it up to center. Jacob Tear, guarded by Bovalino with the dump in. Rankin ducks around a check. Rankin dispossessed by Rygaard. Terra unable to keep it in the zone. Chance now for Bovalino perhaps. Mucho hurrying back. Bovalino shanks the attempted shot. Rygaard from the boards. Leaves it for Fisher. Fisher dragged it offside. It's a delayed call, against South Fayette. So they will yield to the Panthers here and allow Upper St. Clair to play it up to the neutral zone. Rose getting involved now with Rygaard right at center ice. Vizio off the visitors' bench. Brody File defensively for South Fayette. Plays it inside the Upper St. Clair line. Outlet pass to Mucho. Mucho. Off the goaltender stick of Jackson Ankrum. Fisher looking for that puck in his own corner. He'll send it off the glass. Good keep by Mucho. Mucho toward goal. Ankrum the save, and he will not take any chances. 6 minutes into period 3. Mikhail Lobanov's early goal has given South Fayette a 4-3 lead over Upper St. Clair. Thomas Jefferson now leading Mount Lebanon 2-0 in that game. North Allegheny and Seneca Valley still scoreless. Save there by Ankrum on the shot from 60 feet. And officially that goal for South Fayette reading Lobanov unassisted. Sheegan trapped in the corner by Chiappetta. Venom goes to work on him as well. Imler with a turnover at the left point for Chiappetta. Chiappetta flicks it back to Petter. Petter just barely onside. Out in front it comes. Turnaround try by Venom. The save made by Laurent. Still loose in front. Kicked aside by Schuster. And the Panthers get the clear. Lisak lost it off his stick right at the blue line, but he recovers and fans on the attempted shot. Venom from his stomach trying to play that puck in the prone position. He can't. Dylan Mock to the corner for Petter, the South Fayette senior blue liner. Up to Venom. Venom gains the red line, and Murphy dumps this puck into Upper St. Clair territory. Lions changing on the fly with under 10 to go in regulation, leading by a goal. Lisak from his own zone. Cut out at center by Romanelli. Keller over the line, but a hand pass called against the Lions. Lobanov, the man of the hour for South Fayette, plays this puck deep into the Upper St. Clair zone off the faceoff. Fisher in the corner. Keller, who had the game-tying goal late in the second period, tied up, and that allows the Panthers to play it out of their own zone. Two-line pass intended for Fisher. He had it for a moment, but then lost it, and now the Panthers are offside. Jackson Rose before the faceoff getting an explanation perhaps on the offside call as he goes toe-to-toe with Rygaard. And Rose wins that draw. Cross ice for Nevin Sheegan. To the corner for Rankin, who has a goal in this game. Out in front, the pass too strong for Yealy. Sheegan pokes it to the corner. Petter trying to clear it up the boards. Rose from the half wall for USC for Sheegan. Back to Jackson Rose. Yealy to the corner. Rose stood up by Petter. And Petter will send it through center. Braden Rygaard giving chase for the Lions. Rygaard to the corner. Panthers take it over, and Rankin plays it in front of his own netminder up to Dylan Yealy. The dynamic duo out here for Dave Stock midway through the third, looking for an equalizer. Turned over to Petter. Bovalino running interference for Petter, who inadvertently puts it off the rafters right beyond the USC blue line. And so we'll face it off in the neutral zone with 8 minutes left in the third period. Lions with another face-off win. Fisher plays it inside the Upper St. Clair line. Petter waiting and ready. One-touch play by Chiapetta. Lions try to play some dump and chase here. But Upper St. Clair is on this puck. Here's Al-Solani defensively. Al-Solani looking for room to get rid of it. Has Lisak near side. Lisak to Kaslin. Kaslin tied up by Imler. Imler tries to get positioning on him. As South Fayette continues to tie up this puck behind the Panther net. Imler kicks it free, but right to Amir Al-Solani. Al-Solani bounces it to center for Gallardini. Gallardini over the line. Gallardini chased by Fisher, hits the brakes. Out in front it comes, deflected wide, intended for Bonomo, who was guarded out in front. Venom colliding with Mucho, and nearly with one of the officials for that matter, as this puck goes deep into Upper St. Clair territory. Outlet pass by Gallardini for Lisak. Lisak over the line. Lisak through the left circle, chased by Petter. Lisak wrapping around, shooting off Ankrum, and the rebound comes to the near side for Bonomo, who puts it off the side of the net. D'Alessandro unable to clear it. Mucho above the circle, through a crowd, that bounced off Ankrum's right leg. Oh, Upper St. Clair nearly got a bounce. Dylan Mock with some fancy footwork, but did not notice that Trevor D'Alessandro was in an offside position. Keller over the line. Keller under heavy pressure from Jackson Gostick. Loses that puck. Fisher to the corner. Dylan Mock giving chase. No icing, says this USA hockey crew. To the point it comes for Sheegan. Sheegan shot that off a body, and up ahead it comes now to Lobanov. Lobanov protecting that puck. Lobanov to the corner, chased by Sheegan. Lobanov off balance, plays it toward D'Alessandro. Keller now in pursuit, but Gostick dances around him. Jackson Gostick through a crowd. Following this puck to the circle. Keller takes it over for the Lions. Keller 1 against 2. Keller still has it for South Fayette. Keller out in front, couldn't slip it past Laurent. And the junior will cover inside the crease. Lobanov now taking a run at Gostick, and Lobanov might go off here. Lobanov and Al-Solani now going to be separated. And Lobanov perhaps fortunate that nothing called there, but officials for the moment letting boys be boys. And it'll be Chiapetta against Rose for this faceoff. Approaching the final 5 minutes of regulation. South Fayette by a goal. Yealy with a dump in. Petter up to center. Kaslin in behind the net. Rankin from an angle, throwing it toward goal. That never made it there. Kaslin gets it back. Kaslin from the right circle. That went high off the glass. Imler gets it back to center for the Lions. Kaslin at center red, off the raised stick of Vizio, and we get a stoppage here with 4:41 remaining. Jackson Rose tied up in the face-off circle. Chiappetta takes that puck and sends it hard around the boards. Yealy to the right circle. Lions still unable to clear. Jacob Tear keeps it inside the attacking zone for the Panthers. Rose from the circle, poke check by Chiappetta. Rose harassed by the alternate captain of South Fayette. Rose wants a penalty, none forthcoming. Mucho with his puck for USC in front, the deflection in on Ankrum. Oh, what a save by Ankrum. The rebound is denied by Ankrum. And there is no rebound. And Jackson Ankrum should get 5 to 10 for robbing the Panthers on that sequence and keeping South Fayette narrowly in front with 4:11 to play. Now, consistency in net has been something of a bugaboo for South Fayette at times this season, but Jackson Ankrum, the sophomore, making some big-time saves to try and help his team nail this one down. Lobanov tries to poke it outside the zone and does. Keller up ahead of the play with D'Alessandro. Keller to the corner. D'Alessandro too well covered. He takes this puck for South Fayette, does D'Alessandro for Keller. Keller out in front, shoots it on Laurent. Laurent made the save. Not sure Keller got everything he wanted behind that shot. Up it comes to Lisak. Lisak skating wide, chased by Dylan Mock. Lisak out in front, Ankrum cuts it out, and that puck somehow stays in play. And on the bounce, Lobanov will ice it, or will he? Laurent has to play it. A lucky break there for the Lions. A very strange play by Lobanov, just kind of whacking that puck out of midair. And fortunate not to get hit with the icing call. But now the Lions are guilty of icing with 3:09 to play. Off the faceoff. Solani unable to get it deep, but South Fayette incurs another icing call with exactly 3 minutes to play in period 3. And 4-3 is the score. The Lions, with the only goal of this third period, 1 minute in from Mikhail Lobanov to take the lead over the Upper St. Clair Panthers. They scored in the final minute of period 2. In the first minute of period 3 as Dylan Mock got a piece of that attempted shot from Sheegan. Romanelli recovers his stick, the South Fayette defenseman. Chiappetta tying up his man behind the net. That's Yealy. And the Lions win the puck battle. Dylan Mock up to center. Solani ready and waiting. Goes to his defensive partner, Nevin Sheegan. Sheegan, hip check by Romanelli. Romanelli might have got the worst of that one, ironically. Neither player any worse for the wear as Rose tries to play it at center ice. Jackson Rose with it near side. Cross ice for Solani. Solani surveying the play and outlets to Eli Rankin. Rankin coming down the right wing. Rankin from an angle. Has that puck. Rankin just inside the line. Down low for Rose. Rose tied up by Mock. The net remains occupied for the moment. Down to our right. Icing on South Fayette with 1:44 left. And there goes Owen Laurent. For a moment, I thought I saw Dave Stock make the timeout motion with his hand, but he did it very discreetly, so I could have been mistaken. And yes, indeed, he will use his timeout and talk X's and O's with his Panthers team with 1:44 to go in regulation. South Fayette looking for a critical regulation win here. If they obtain it, they are officially in the Penguins Cup playoffs. Lions trying to win back-to-back games to close out the regular season and enter the postseason. Upper St. Clair already coming off back-to-back victories to punch their own playoff ticket. Looking for win number 3 in a row here tonight. They have one more game coming up Thursday against the North Allegheny Tigers before their playoff run begins. North Allegheny playoff bound as well, we should point out. Tigers, speaking of which, lead Seneca Valley 1-0 currently. Thomas Jefferson currently up on Mount Lebanon still by a score of 2-0. Here it is South Fayette 4, Upper St. Clair 3. And the net down to our right is empty. Face off to the left of Jackson Ankrum, the South Fayette goaltender. Panthers going to go 6 against 5 and look for an equalizer here with the extra man. Rose, Gallardini, Alsolani, Bonomo, Lisak, and Rankin. The 6-player grouping out there for Dave Stock. And the Panthers win the faceoff, but they lose it immediately to Keller. Keller is going to take a shot at the empty net. Pay the man, Shirley! Nate Keller's second of the night into the empty cage. South Fayette 5, Upper St. Clair 3. A minute 37 remaining. Keller's 15th of the season, which ties him for the league lead. And that might just about do it. Rankin with a dump in. Laurent again heading off for the extra skater. Keller from his own zone flips it to center. Jackson Rose retreating. Rose over the attacking line. Rose taken down by Petter. Nothing called. Petter from the corner. Up to the point for Rankin. Rankin bounces that through a crowd from the side of the net. Lisak unable to beat Ankrum. Final minute of play. Ankrum the save on that 60-footer. Jackson Rose letting it rip. D'Alessandro and company win the puck battle, and South Fayette will ice this puck with 46 ticks to talk. And the net to our right will remain empty. Upper St. Clair now down by 2 after Nate Keller's empty netter. Petter around the boards. And it'll be another icing. 8 seconds come off the clock. The makeshift student section for South Fayette down to our hard left. Starting to taste it. It's been a tough season for the Lions, getting acclimated to their first season in Class 3A, but they have certainly treaded water and then some. And they are on the verge of clinching a first ever spot in the Class 3A Penguins Cup playoffs. Lisak through a crowd. That hit off Bonomo. Rankin scoops up the friendly fire. To the point for Gostick. That's blocked. 15 seconds left. Chiappetta hit from behind by Bonomo. And now hit by Yealy. And we may get something here. Officials trying to intercede as Chiappetta is doubled over. And a face wash there from Yealy. And they're just going to let the clock expire. Tempers flare. Some pre-playoff message sending perhaps from both these teams. Well, Elvis is done singing, but nobody's ready to leave the building. And the last thing you want to do, obviously, if you're either team, is get a silly suspension of any kind right before the playoffs. So both teams need to let cooler heads prevail. And finally, the Lions celebrate with their fans. South Fayette has officially punched their ticket to the 2025 Class 3A Penguins Cup playoffs. The Lions defeat the Upper St. Clair Panthers in regulation. The final score, South Fayette 5, USC 3. Thank you, Kennedy Kazarowski. Thank you, fresh off his record-setting 4th farewell tour, Michael Lyman and the Four Seasons. And thank you for watching and listening. And in case you could not already surmise, tonight's broadcast, our final regular season broadcast of 2024 and 2025, was dedicated to the memory of the incomparable Mike Lang. May future generations know just how much he was loved and appreciated by hockey fans in Pittsburgh and by the local broadcast community at large. And we at TenbandTV look forward to beginning our Penguins Cup playoff coverage here tonight in just a couple of moments and dedicating our playoff and championship coverage to Mike's eternal memory. That's all she wrote for game number 1. Playoff hockey is next. Shaler in Indiana. I'm at Popchock, and you've been watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by Iron Bridge.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
St. Clair, Mucho, near side for Rankin. Rankin, the Panther captain, up the left wing. Rankin from the top of the circle, just missing underneath the bar. Near side, D'Alessandro comes over the line. Nate Keller is the trailer. Keller fires, save made, rebound is overskated by Petter. He had a yawning net to shoot at. Lilia behind the net out in front. Rose's one-timer off the knob of Ankram's stick, I believe, and it floats in! OLB cow kick. Fisher takes it over at the blue line, down low to Gostick. Gostick out in front. Score! Lions win the face-off. Petter through a crowd. Score! Petter, let's get at her! Show above the left circle. Lobanov has D'Alessandro open ahead. He goes that way. Trevor D'Alessandro to the goal. Score! Over the attacking line, drifting to his left. Gallardini with space. Gallardini to the goal. Save made by Ankrum with the rebound. Petter. Near side, D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro between the circles. D'Alessandro shooting just over the bar. Chiappetta has the rebound. And right to Gostick, it'll come. Gallardini trailing. Jackson Gostick left circle. Gostick out in front. Score! And Keller might have a chance shorthanded. Keller settles it down. Keller chased by Rose. He shoots. He's stopped by Laurent. And Laurent has the rebound. 3-2 in favor of the USC Panthers. Lead pass now to Lisak. Lisak behind the defense to the goal. Wide of Ankrum. Lisak Venom with it for South Fayette. Venom to Chiappetta. Chiappetta to the goal. Shoots. Oh, what a save there by Laurent. And a penalty coming up here with 1:40 by Gili. Up it comes now to D'Alessandro, dropping for Keller. Keller fires. Score! By Gili. Up it comes now to D'Alessandro, dropping for Keller. Keller fires. Score! Psycho! Against North Allegheny, a game that could decide positioning for both teams as Gili is robbed by Ankrum. Rose wants a penalty, none forthcoming. Mucho with his puck for USC in front, the deflection in on Ankrum. Oh, what a save by Ankrum. The rebound is denied by Ankrum. Rose wants a penalty, none forthcoming. Mucho with his puck for USC in front, the deflection in on Ankrum. Oh, what a save by Ankrum. The rebound is denied by Ankrum. Pay the man, Shirley. Nate Keller, second of the night, into the empty cage. St. Clair Panthers in regulation. The final score, South Fayette 5, USC 3. Thank you, Kennedy Kazarowski. Thank you.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.